Hello, everyone. This is Ahmed Mahmoud from DataMindAI. This session is part of Lakeflow Masterclass, which I've been running for a couple of days now. And this is specifically on the um, pipeline editor, as it were. So, the new pipeline editor. So, I have one session, introductory session for pipeline editor. And now we are going to explore more of that editor by using the demo which is provided by the bike demo, which is provided by Databricks. So I'm going to install that demo and try to see how the editor works using the data and the pipeline, which has been set up in that demo. Let us begin. So what I have done, the approach I have taken was like I have created a workspace. Well, I have only workspace with a folder, quality folder here. I call it DataMindAI, and then within that folder, as you can see, what I have done is like I have created another folder for the demo, and for this one, I have this bike demo. This is what I called myself, and in the bike. I have put this bike demo, which is the script which you need to run in order to install the bike pipeline bike is called. Now, what is happening is, as I said last time, the data and the pipeline, all the requirement is being ingested or loaded into main category and in this schema. So if you can go to your catalog here, your catalog, and go to the main, and that's a schema, you will see uh, those tables and volumes, especially the volumes you are talking about, the data in the volumes. Yeah. So just the what we are going to do is like I'm not going to go through that in details now because we have seen it last time, and it is a retailer bike retailer solution, which is like the problem statement had been set up in the introduction, and as a data engineer, what we're supposed to do also had been set up there. So we are going to use streaming, and we have a couple of tables which we are going to bring. So we have 5 sources of data. So just to recap that one, so you have the sources of data are like the let me just remind everyone what the source of data is from the document. This is written there. So we have this maintenance logs one, also details as CSV file. We have the ride information, including comments from users using the mobile application. So when the user use, they also put some comments, and it's included there. And the weather as a current and forecast as a JSON file, and customers, people who use the bikes themselves, so as Parquet file. So that's the source of the data in each one. If you, for example, the maintenance log, there is a lot of files inside it because we are assuming that every time if a file is dropped there, depending on the bike rider. So and the what is called the architecture, yeah, is a medallion architecture which has been used here. So you have the bronze, silver, and gold. So in the bronze, you can see what is supposed to happen, and in the bronze and in the gold. So that's what we are going to do today, and then we will end up visualizing some data which had already been done as well. So that is what we are doing now. If you return back, or I think the best one would be to show it from here. So this is the Spark declarative pipeline which had been created for us. Yeah. So we are going to spend time here because we are focusing. This masterclass is focused mainly on Lakeflow. and this is part of it. So if you go to this um, pipeline, if you go there, and then you will see it will open after one or two to the editor. Yeah. So as you can see here, this is the monitoring page. I'm going to return back to it later on. I have spent a bit of time as well, but this is the monitoring page which you can be accessed from jobs and pipelines here. Yeah. So if you have your jobs there, and then or the pipeline there, and then within that one you can see what is happening there now. But what for us it is the pipeline we are concerned, and the pipe editor especially. So that is um, what I'm going to show you here. And last time I was having difficulty finding the graph side, so it was opening for me here. So I found it, of course, what the problem was. So this page now, as you can see, this page, I'm going to see one by one. This page, if you see here, for example, this if you click here, the pipeline graph will be appearing here. Yeah. So this is what we were missing last time. I was trying to find out, but it turned out it was like this one was being clicked, and therefore I wasn't able to see it. But if you click it back, it will appear. Now you see the graph here, the pipeline graph. And if you want to zoom in, it's very small at the moment. If you want to zoom in, you have a little window here, and there's also some. If you see, like you can make it bigger. I think if you click here, or I think you can move it, and I was able to do it. But yeah, yes, yeah. So if you are lucky, it will come, it will expand, and also there is a zoom in as well. Yeah, you can make it bigger, and you can bring. If you click outside the graph, you can go forward, backward, up, and down. Yeah. So if you are interested to here to this side, so you can zoom in. I think you can zoom in, and yeah, and it will bring it for you as well. Oh, yeah. So here, so this one also you can work and see what's happening. We'll come to this one again later on. Just last time, I was just struggling to open this page, and therefore you just you toggle between this, clicking it and clicking, and it will bring that page. Now, what we are going to do is, like, first we need to see the exploration. Of course, we are going, as we said last time. This is how it is organized, and this is the asset browser or your assets, and you organize your data. And one of the folders is the source code resides in one of them, and you would know which one is by clicking here. You can see there is this icon, small icon. If you see all the folders, other folders, there is no icon apart from this one. This small icon indicates that this is the source code, and this is what pipeline is going to use. And also, if you go to edit here, for example, the setting here, and also you can see code assets here, because and you have the root folder, and what is the source code is also here. You can change it if you want to, there is a different folder. So this is the changing of the asset, and this is uh, the what is called organization of your work. And the others will, it's helper. It helps your work. And for example, you might have another folder, another code which might be very useful for this project, for this pipeline. So, and you can bring it here, and it will be easier when you work with, just you can bring and work on it, yeah, without just moving backward and forwards. Yeah? And also, the whole idea of this pipe editor is like you don't need to go from page to page. Is everything you need is in one page, and just you can see now you can move around this page. Yeah, so everything is here for you. When you run it, your tables are here. That's what you're going to see, and then you can see graphically what is happening, and all your files are here. Now let us start, of course, by exploring, because what happens is like uh, you need to see your data. This one is in the volume. Yeah, it is sitting there. Of course, now we are in dev environment. Imagine that we are in dev environment, we are developing, still you're not yet in production. And therefore, because you are in dev, you can see, you need to find out what is the source, you explore the source, and then when it moves to the volume, you also check the volume. So we are just checking now from the volume, and we are going to see two parts to that one. So this is like the data, just what the data look like. So a couple of checks here. And the first one is like we want to see what kind of files there are in the volume, or the CSV. And then if you write this code, if you run this code, it will tell you that you have files with CDC and the Parquet files, and then they have timestamp as well. So that's very important. You know that they are these files are from like events. CDCs is coming one at a time. Yeah, any change which is happening in the source is coming one at a time, and then you have this maintenance log as well. The same as CSV. This is Parquet, this is CSV, and the write is coming in CSV, and the weather is coming in JSON. So that's the one. And then one of the comments you say, that the people write comments. Yeah. So because they write comments, we want to check what is the effect of that column. Yeah. So what you are doing here is that we are running this script. Yeah. This is read file. From the read file, of course, we are going to all the CSV files here, the maintenance log. Can you see the maintenance log? Yeah. And let us see what the code is doing here. It is the format is CSV, and we are just looking at 10 records. And then when you run it, you can see that these 10 records, there is this file here, the description, issue descriptions in the text file, which it looks like it's creating a problem here. It is just jumping somehow. This is 10 records. If it was 100, it might be more is broken as well. Yeah, so we might be seeing like instead of 10 records, might be 5 records or 3 records, just because of this comment here. You might be like splitting it into different files. If you work in CSV file, and these delimiters, the end delimiters, and so on, and then when you move it to Excel file, you might find more records than necessary because of the way the CSV file is handled. Yeah. So even Excel will do the same thing. If there is if a column have like some kind of structure, so that if there is a comma, and we say split by comma, it will happily split even inside the text, inside the file, into 2 or 3. Now it looks like this is one of those issues, and what they have done is they have put one line is I think what they say, yeah, multi-line. Yeah, so they put if the multi-line, they don't want to be split. They should remain as the same as one unit, and this is multi-line. Yeah, so when there is null on the value, then you see there is nothing here, because this multi-line now resolved the issue. There is no maintenance ID. We saw there was null before. Bike ID there was null, but now there is nothing of that nature. So this part resolves the problem here. So this is one. And the second one is now again we are checking different kind of check here on different files. For example, the write is one, and checking what is happening here. Yeah, and it doesn't seem there's a problem here. So just there have a couple of in here as well. We are checking the Parquet file, and we see what is in that file, what is the structure. So this one, it looks like this is the explorer file. Yeah, it says looks is fine, and then you have also checking the CDC how it is working, and as you can see here as well, can you see the Parquet file, the customer file, because it's coming. Yeah, it is coming like as a CDC, and now it's just it's the count, and then it is just the percentage, as you can see here, append, how many append you have, and how many update you have here. Yeah, it's also this is good to have a check on those figures. Therefore, this is the check-in, and now the second file is also could be useful. Yeah, let me show you what is here as well. Uh, Event log. Yeah, your event log. Now this is again, if you want to send your event log from this pipeline to the catalog. Yeah, what you do is like, again, this is another feature which to send from this page into event. If you go to advanced here, yeah, and if you see here, for example, the event log name is this one, and then it was sent to the catalog main and the event log schema in here. Yeah, you can also change it if you want, a different schema or different catalog, but that is it. So now you can take it into your place, into your catalog, and you can run it. You can check what is happening there. So this is one of them. Yeah, so it is as you can see, they are doing just select, normal select, and going to find out what the limit is 10 lines, and this is what you get from the event. Yeah, so you have the sequence, and then you have the origin. The interesting bit is like the message and this details. Yeah, so if you want to further dig down what is happening, for example, in here, so you can write another code, which is, I think, it is here. So you can say this is a details page. So flow definition, output, and data set. So if you the type, the flow type, the input database, output data set, and the schema definition, and so on, and then you can see the values here. Yeah, as you can see here, the flow type, the dataset, yeah, and the flow type is append or materialize view, the schema, and flow definition, and so on. Yeah. Now this is for events. I think if you can explore, I mean, there is a couple of areas, especially if this will help you when you try to do troubleshooting and try to understand what how does the to use event log. Basically, it's very useful log. I mean, there's a is a bit boring, but it's very interesting, and it gives you a lot of information, and it saves you a lot of time as well. Now let us go now to the real one. This is the exploration. You have done the exploration. Now you want to do like the pipeline, how to write them. So this one is like it helps you also understand how to create a pipeline. So this is, as you say, this is Medallion Architecture. So the codes for your bronze, the codes for your silver, the codes for your gold. Just you organize them together, and then to run each of them. So, and each one of them also will will bring like will make the will take the data from one place to another. Yeah. Now here it's very interesting to see here you have this stream read files. Yeah. Now when you say stream is like streaming data. Yeah. Like when something comes like every second or every 5 minutes or every minute, sorry, not 5 minutes, every second or half a second. This is a stream data which comes quickly, like the click of a website, or when you click something and the data which goes through the click, or you might be like monitoring, for example, door opening, door closing, yeah, those kind of information, and the ID, whoever, for example, if someone taps a door and it opens and it will register the ID because it recognizes the ID and it should send it somewhere. So those information, they call them IoT data. They are stream data. So that is a streaming. And the read file, this both together, what happens like this is the autoloader, which means the what you are doing is like you are monitoring a change itself. Yeah. This is the change and this is monitoring the change. So if a file arrives, yeah, that's what it means. If a file arrives, then a stream of the stream will start sending data to its destination. So this is monitoring what is happening within. This is a file. Can you see? This is a file. Yeah, and this is the schema, the catalog. And if something happened in this folder, if a file comes in here, now the streaming will send the data into this table now. Yeah, we call this one streaming table. So it's a table, but it receives streaming data. Yeah, and then you call it this one raw riders data streamed in from CSV file. This is the metadata now. You are given more information now, and then this is going to be saved. This is very important process. Yeah, so you add metadata into the data itself. The data is the one which is coming here, but these are like extra information which are coming. You are storing with the data. The same thing here. You have you are doing this stream, this read file. Read file is the autoloader in Lakeflow, the autoloader, the one which is very important one in the Lakeflow. It monitors what is happening in the file. So these two together uh, are like indicating that there is an autoloader here in place, and it is moving data and placing it here. Yeah, so that's what it's doing in all of this one. Now you can run it. Yeah, we run this one, so it will take data from here and put it here. Take data from here and put it there. So if you run now, we said here you run as a file. It's nothing. Yeah, you run as a file. So hopefully it's going to be quick. It's not going to take much time from us. So you run everything here, and then while it is running, let me show you also this small. Yeah. So if you click on this one, it will tell you what is happening. You can run this specific one separately. Yeah, you can run this specific one separately. Yeah. So this is again another addition, yeah, into this page, which is very useful, I think. Yeah, and this is running now, I think, and when it's finished, it's going to tell us, or I think everything is finished now. Yeah. So this is the one we are talking about. The bronze is finished. Let us check now the silver. If it's not, I think it's is it So this is a silver. The silver is now this is a very important side as well. So how to add metadata into your tables in silver. So silver is cleaning, yeah, enriching as well. So that's what you do in a silver layer. You are clean, you enrich, you do some kind in here, for example, there's a constraint invalid write duration. They are putting, there's a couple of things which are, but the important bit here is the comment they are putting for each column. The comment here say this column is the date of the back write and the unique identifier for write. This information are very useful. Yeah, and this one is like it makes like your data easy to read from everybody. So write underscore ID, nobody understand that one apart from the system and you probably. But the business, they will understand this unique identifier for the write. That everyone will understand this one. And therefore, this metadata is very useful either for reporting or to make your data like accessible by anyone. So again, this is addition you are putting in here when you create the table. Again, it's a streaming table, as you can see. It's a streaming table. You are creating this table using those ones, and then also you are putting a comment for this table. And now you are creating this table from here. This is as select, as you can see here, as select, and it's just formatting. As you can see, the date is being formatted. Yeah, and there is a case when user type is member, then do this. Yeah, and write revenue is calculating of write revenue. Yeah, so this is again this is as part of the enriching the data as and cleaning and modifying, doing some transformation. And this one also as well is adding the same thing in here. It's creating a table on the top, putting comment here. These constraints on here, as you can see, and the comment for the table. And this is select statement again, formatting the date. This is very interesting. AI classify. This is using AI function, or it's very important, this one. So the text format, you see, the text format, the free text. What it's doing is like it's grouping the data which is there into four main buckets, as it were, using AI, which is difficult to do it otherwise. But the AI classifier is doing it for us here. It is grouping the text, and from like it's making it like structured data from this unstructured data. Yeah? So it becomes the issue type instead of comment. Yeah. So you group this like this, and this is again using AI as a function, as you say, AI classifier. This is again very useful. You can use a technique which is Databricks is bringing to the SQL statements. Yeah, and this is all the silver. You can run it, and then you will have a silver data tables, which I'm going to see later on. Now, the other side is the gold one. Again, the golden is an aggregation. Yeah. So here is the gold again, and now you are using materialized view, which is a very interesting view as well. So materialized view is like a view. View is like, for example, in SQL is a query. You know, you query. There's a query, just queries a table, and then you see the result of the query. When you run it, you see the result of the query, and that's it. The data sits within the table, and the result of the query, like a page in SQL, you see the result there. Yeah. Now, materialized view is slightly different. Even though it's a view, it's a query again. You can create complicated query there, but instead of seeing the result will be kept in a table. It is stored. Yeah. Now, this is one, and you have another one now. Again, okay, you keep a table. What happens if the table change then? In a view, what happens is like, when the table change, you can see the result of the table. Yeah. But here, for example, view number one with, say, for example, with where, for example, the city is London. Yeah. So you save that one into a table. It was a view, but you materialize it. You put it in a table. Now, if something changed within the table, your workflows might not work properly, right? Because that table holds where city is London. It's not aware of the new change of the table. Now, what happens is like now there is a compute, so there is like an engine which make life easy for you to refresh whenever there is a change. Whenever there is a change in a table, you need to refresh the material as view. This is the second one. Now we put it in a table. The second challenge is to make the data within the table fresh, yeah, to reflect what is on the table. And also within the refresh, do you refresh all the table when there is a change, or you do like incremental refresh? Yeah. Now within Databricks, there is an engine called Enzyme. Yeah. So which can help data engineers here to do this refresh incrementally. If there is, say, for example, a small change, it will do like incremental refresh. But if there is a big change, you need like full refresh, right? So that's again another technology which Databricks is bringing into here to make life easy for people. So the materials view, the complex query, you do the query, you run the query, and you save it in a table. Because in the table to be performance will be very high. Now, if there is a change within the table, now this enzyme engine come over and then do the miracle. Yeah, so the table, whatever or any change in the table will be reflected in the materials view. Yeah, these two, if you see these two now, will make like the view workable. Yeah, so this is materials view, and we are using it in gold, because in gold we are going to do a lot of aggregation, a lot of something which requires a lot of compute, and therefore if you don't run them once and then use them, if you try to use those like compute again and again, it will cost you a lot of money, and therefore you run them once, you put them in a table, and their change also. This engine will refresh it for you, and therefore your gold, the one you are doing this aggregation, uh, you'll do it like performance wise will be very good. Yeah, people will not suffer from late. I mean, their data will appear quickly as possible. So that's the reason why you bring materialized view in gold, because of this aggregation is the one you count, you sum, minimum, maximum, case, and so on. So all these ones requires attention from your compute. Yeah, all this one, because they do some work, and therefore if you just if you use them again and again, you might have a problem of cost as well as performance. So you do them once, run them, put them in a table, materialize view, and use them. So that's the materialize view, and also the metadata, which is here as well. So you are creating metadata as before. Yeah, which is this is again, this is again coalesce. You are using coalesce here. You are outer join the joins as well here. So yeah, so this is your work here. It might be you might be joining two tables into one, of your integration of data. You might have like 10 tables, and you might just join them into two main ones, and so on. So that's what you do here in gold. Sometimes you might create like dimension fact table if that can solve your problem, but the materials view will sort it out for you here. Yeah, so that is the gold now. So I think we have finished this idea of creating a pipeline from bronze to silver to gold, and using the SQL one. And if you can see quickly, how do you do it using Python? Even though we are going to spend another time for Python, yeah. But again, I think it is good to know the approach is slightly different. And if you are a Python person, you can understand what is happening. If not, it might confuse you a bit. But don't worry, we are going to spend time again in Python trying to decipher what you see here. But the key part here is like the Spark, PySpark. This is the import pipeline. You declare variables here, the catalog and the schema. And the key part is the decorators here, table decorators. Yeah, we change this function. And now you have another one, which is read stream. So read stream is one for streaming. In SQL, we saw that it is stream. In here is like Spark read stream. Yeah. So this one makes like a reading from stream. The one we saw read file in SQL, which was like monitoring a file, and if there is any change, it was doing something. In here in SQL, it is called cloud files. Yeah. So you do these cloud files, yeah, and again they use a load. Yeah. This is the variables here. You say you put them once, and they reuse them again and again here. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the table format, and again read stream as here cloud files. This is the two things which are very important in this one, and then the format, whether it's a CSV or this one is cloud files and dot format CSV cloud files for Parker and so on, and then the load. You load it, yeah. You load it from the volume, yeah. And then you see the create a table. Can you see this is the table format? So the whatever you are doing, the name is this one, maintenance log row. This is the name of the table we are creating. You are modifying this or creating a extra behavior for this function. Yeah. So that's what you are doing here, creating a stream in SQL. You call it streaming table. In here, though, you do it in a different format. This is the decorator. You just, by using the decorator, you change the behavior of the function. Yeah, it is the same here, the same read stream. This is very important in the cloud files. Now, when you go to Silver, is again, you can see the naming is different, but the concept is the same, though. The concept is similar here. Now again, we are using the same now we brought this one now, yeah, for data quality, which is called again decorator is expect to or drop, yeah, drop expected drop. So if it is invalid write duration, and if this is a data, yeah, so check these two is saying if it is invalid duration, either drop it, yeah. This is the data quality checking, yeah. If this happened, what do you do with the file? So the again read stream, yeah, and write rows now from another row, because you already created this one data table delta table. Now you are reading from there as well, yeah. Now you don't need as you can see here, you do the streaming, but you don't need the to check because there is no file here. Drop in of a file. This is a table, delta table here. Yeah. So you can do select something and the kanji is you can have like a column. You can add a column. This is again Pythonic way of doing things, right? So when you do like this case statement, it will be created automatically for you. You get as a column name, but here you need to say with column, yeah, and specify the name of the column and so on. Yeah, so I mean this is Python code here. In again, this is metadata maintenance log. Um, I think this is it is not like as extensive, you know, the metadata for each column, for example. Yeah, you can do it as well in the schema. Yeah, I don't know if they have done it here. Yeah, there is no comment though. It just it is a string. So what you can do, for example, what you can do is like there's something is very interesting. It's very important as well. You learn. I have a video about that data contract. So you need to put a data contract on the top, and then you do your validation based on that data contract here. Yeah. So anyway, this is different story, but for now, for us here, is to see how it is implemented using Python and how is implemented using SQL. So you have the gold one as well. Gold is and gold is materialized view again, the same thing with the metadata name of the materials view. The comment is all this information. Yeah. This is the metadata we're talking about, and this is modifying this function. The bike function is called. So normally, if you see here, the name and the name of the function is similar. The same. It's not necessarily. It shouldn't be like the same, but it is good practice to give them the same name so that people can understand this decorator is for this one. Yeah, is the same. So for that reason, you need to put the same here. Yeah. The rest is again Pythonic. Will come when we do like Python. You do the aggregation as well here in a different way. Group by, count, distinct, and so on. This is again in Python code. The same thing, but in Python code. Yeah. So now this is in Python. We saw how you do the pipeline, Lakeflow, how do you do it using decorators. You use extensively a decorator, one or two per one. If you have a data quality, you have another decorator as well for data quality. And you import the one you need here as well. Yeah. So again, let me say something here. Pipe install pipe is not allowed. If there's any dependency, you need to go here and add it as pipeline environment, edit environment, and put it in here as like you add it here. Yeah, dependency. So that is what it is. Now let us see. We've done this one. We have done the gold. So we need some kind of report as well. Yeah. The report, I think they have given us three kind of report. I think three kind of report here. You see here. So this is Databricks AIBI dashboard, which has been given three. So let us look at them here. Yes, I have because it takes time to open them. So I have opened them here, and we are going to see them now one by one. Yeah, this is operations insight. Yeah. Now I think the best one would be we should start with this one. I think yeah, this is the one we need to start. Rental business side insight. This is the information. This is our work, the business they gave us. We have done all the work and we put a report, and this is a dashboard. They can see here now what is the total revenue, average daily number of ride. Yeah, clearly like a report, and then is also we have forecast here, the auto forecast, yeah, on this one. So this is a forecast. It will tell you this side what is going to happen for the future, yeah, forecast in here, and then member and non-member as well, yeah, a report about how percentage and numbers. So that is what they wanted, and that's what they get now. You can see here as well, maintenance revenue loss, the loss they were talking about. They want to know about it. Days to resolve, yeah, total event, this one, and the maintenance date and okay. So this is like the one they were asking. So we created the pipeline for them, cleaned them. You see, if you say it was in bronze, we do some work on classified it even in silver, some part of it. We do some work transformation, cleaning, and so on. And then we have done this aggregation on the gold. Yeah, we have done the sum, the mean, the max, and so on. A lot of aggregation is there. We've seen like we when you do the silver, we have done the case statement. If a member do this, and so on. So we have enriched all the files. Now, the last one would be to see it, to visualize what has been done. And this is the visualization of what they were asking. And this is one part, yeah. So this is one of the report they were. The second report is like of the bike data monitoring, the, basically quality of the data, yeah, quality. So when was the last processed date again? Output flow, failure rate of your data. This is like your pipeline quality, yeah. And here, for example, dropped records. How many records for a rule have you dropped? Yeah, and then here is processed per table, rows processed per table. Yeah. So, for example, right, this is the number of rows processed. Yeah, and then output rows, all processed records. This is average failure. Yeah. So this is like the pipeline, the health of the pipeline, monitoring of that one. So this is the information, yeah, for the pipeline. And now this is again this is the one I just stopped from showing you. This event log. The key part here is, let me show you the one which you need to consider. You need to focus on the cost, yeah, how much is costing you the pipeline, how much the pipeline is costing. I think there is one report about that. Data lineage, you have advanced, yeah, this is of course I think billion, yeah. So this is the key part. So can you see the DLT, how much is costing you, model serving DLT and models, all this stuff, yeah, the money, yeah, the DPU and the SQ side to it, yeah. So you need to keep an eye of this one, and this is the one which you need uh, careful monitoring, because it can make, especially Databricks. I think my experience is like it can easily go out of hand, and you will be in trouble quickly. So you need to keep an eye of this one. That's very important, and rectify it quickly if there is some issues with the money. Yeah, again, of course, with the data as well, but with the money, yeah, is very important. So that's a keep an eye. This is a report. You need to generate a report if there is if they don't provide you with this kind of script within Databricks, you need to write your own script and put it in a report as a dashboard. So that is, I think, of course, you can configure it from here as well. What do you want, the graphs, which we are going to spend another time for this one. Today is not for how to do graphs. Today is how to do the pipeline. How does it look like, and especially how to use the editor. This is our we started with this beautiful editor, the new editor. Yeah, so that's what we were doing. So instead of writing our own, what we have done is like we're using a written one, and just to see how to use it using this editor. Yeah, so that is the whole idea of this session and the session previous to this one. So I have done this one. This is Databricks demo. You can go in Databricks as well. You can find it there. Yeah, and then you can also follow what they have asked you to do. So this is my take for that demo, and I will have a similar one in a slightly different one. So just I want to make sure that you are comfortable with this. Number one, the pipe editor, and number two, the writing the pipeline. What is a good practice, as it were? Yeah, how do people write? Yeah, how do you do these pipelines, and what do they do, and what are the issues within them? So because of that, and because most of your life will be spent writing, monitoring those pipelines, I'm going to spend another 2 sessions again using the Databricks demo. Thank you for listening. I hope you have enjoyed and gained something out of it. So if there is something, if you get something out of this session, please subscribe for this channel and put your comment there as well. Thank you for listening. See you next.